Eyes Wide Shut is Stanley Kubrick's 13th film, which makes Eyes Wide Shut the cinematic equivalent of the number 13. One can approach the number 13 in various ways. One of the ways is to approach the number 13 as being part of a sequence. For example, the Harford family consists of 3 members: Alice Harford, Helena Harford, and William Harford. If we count the letters of each name, we see that the name Alice Harford contains 12 letters, Helena Harford contains 13 letters, and William Harford contains 14 letters. So the Harford family could be approached as a small sequence, namely 12, 13, 14, with the number 13 as its central number. So on the one hand, the number 13 is part of a sequence, yet on the other hand, the number 13 has to be approached as being a central element. And in this way, the number 13 also has to be approached in Eyes Wide Shut. It's not about the number 13 only, it's about the relationship between the number 13 and the other numbers. So this same 12, 13, 14 sequence also appears at Rainbow Fashions. Tuxedo rental consists of 12 letters. Costume rental has 13 letters, and then we have the word rainbow, which consists of 7 letters, but these letters are meant to be doubled, as we see a rainbow above the word rainbow, and this rainbow consists of 7 colors or stripes. So we have a doubled 7, which results in the number 14. The doubled 7 also can be seen in the previous shot, right here. So again, we see the sequence 12, 13, 14, with the number 13 being the central number of the sequence. Another quite more complex and more subtle example of the number 13 being a part of a sequence we can see in Dr. William Harford's office. If we count this group of light stripes, we count to 12. This group consists of 13 light stripes, and in the next shot we count 14 light stripes behind Lisa. So again, we see the same 12, 13, 14 sequence. The number 13 being part of a sequence also can be heard in Shostakovich's Second Waltz, which is used in the opening sequence of Eyes Wide Shut. First we hear a rhythm which consists of 12 beats. Then we hear 13 notes. And after that we hear 14 notes. So again we have a 12, 13, 14 sequence. Also we hear 2 times the step from 13 to 14. And after these 2 steps, we hear again 13 notes. Helena Harford is the number 13, and therefore Helena joins the numbers 12 and 14. Or in other words, Helena joins her parents, Alice and William. So Helena, the number 13, could be seen as the joint between 12 and 14, the joint between Alice and William. An even better word for joint would be the word heart, as the heart is a dynamic joint, a joint which is alive. So in this way Helena could be seen as the heart of the family Harford. The number 13 being the heart could be applied to this shot. We see William, the number 14, walking towards Alice, the number 12. Yet the number 14 of course needs the number 13 in order to get to the number 12. Now interestingly, we hear the 13th note right at the moment William passes the bat.
Now listen, you know we're running a little late.
The bat, which just like the number 13 represents a gateway. In this case, the bat represents the gateway between waking and sleeping. Also we see the doorway sliding into the frame right when we hear the 13th note. So the 13th note is associated with the bat and the doorway. Now, if we count William's steps from this point, we eventually count 13 steps at the moment the gateway is fully visible. And we count 14 steps at the moment William is presented fully inside the gateway. Therefore, the step from 13 to 14 could be seen as the final step, the step that leads one into the doorway. And because it is the step from 13 to 14, one could say that this step, this final step, is through the heart, as this step goes through the number 13, the number of the heart. And to emphasize that the step from 13 to 14 indeed is the step through the heart, Kubrick placed a heart-shaped chair in the background, which is visible at the exact moment William takes his step through the heart. Here we have a better view at the heart-shaped chair. So in this way, the final step, the step which leads to the doorway, is through the heart. The step from 13 to 14 also is emphasized in this shot, where we see 13 illuminated floors. Yet there's also 2 floors, one above and one below, which are only halfly visible. So here again in this shot, we could say that the step from 13 to 14 is emphasized. So it isn't about the number 13 alone as being an isolated number. It's more about how the number 13 is related to the other numbers. And as presented in this video, it seems that the number 13 functions like a joint, or better put, the number 13 functions like a heart. Helena Harford, the number 13, is the heart of the Harford family. Helena, the number 13, joins her parents Alice and William, numbers 12 and 14. There's various ways of approaching the number 13, yet it seems that the number 13, however it is approached, points to an underlying essence or character which has everything to do with the symbol of the heart. This will be discussed in the next part. Thanks for watching.